After exposing an elite pedophile ring, Dr. Phil's show has been canceled by an affiliate. Now, a couple news flashes ago, we talked about an elite pedophile ring, and we mentioned how the Washington police were telling children to stay home because children were gone missing, and we talked about Dr. Phil and how he had this woman on there, Kendall, who talked about an elite pedophile ring where she was a sex slave, and she was sold into sex slavery at a very young age. Well, weeks after this shocking expose on the elite pedophile ring on Dr. Phil's show, the Dutch media group RTL, they canceled his show. Now, his show, Dr. Phil's show, has been airing on Dutch media RTL for 15 years. And they are the first territory to bow to pressure and to cancel his show. And we've seen this before, where all of a sudden, the elites see what's happening. The elites say, well, wait a minute, what's going on here? We don't want this broadcasted out to the world. So what they start doing is they start shutting people up. And we can see already, if you don't follow their rules, this is exactly what they do. Now, Kendall, she's saying that she was a sex slave at a very young age. And she said she was passed around from different elites all over the world. She traveled all over the world. She saw other girls, other children that were brought into this. A lot of them were kidnapped. Some were sold into this. And we can see this is a huge problem. But we can see what the elite are doing at this point. They are making a statement saying, listen, if you let this information out, we will shut you down. And we see this all over the place, not just with this. They're doing it with everything that's going on today. If you're not part of their narrative, if you're not part of what they're talking about, they want you shut down. They want it wiped out. They just ignore it and they pretend it doesn't exist. And we can see right now, this has been how they've been operating for a very long time. And we can see it today on YouTube, where all of a sudden the corporations said, you know something? We tried all different methods. Now what we got to do is we got to hold back the money. Let's put these people out of business. Let's shut them up. Let's shut it down. But we know from going back in history, throughout time, when the elite tried to do this, it never works out for them. It might work out in the short run, but in the long run, people can't take it anymore. People had enough and they speak out, and it just cannot be stopped once this starts to happen. Now you can hear more of all of this in the full report, which is on the X22 Report YouTube channel. And those reports are Monday through Friday, one on Sunday, and they're between 6 and 7 Eastern Standard Time. And if you want to listen to incredible interviews, you can go to the X22 Report Spotlight YouTube channel, where you can hear interviews with Cliff High. You can hear interviews with David Morgan. You can hear interviews with Michael Snyder. You can hear interviews with David Stockman, Jim Rickards. So head on over to the X22 Report Spotlight YouTube channel, and you can hear all the interviews there.